Hey guys, welcome back to the Work Wherever podcast. My name is Sydney.
I'm Roy.
And we have Roy here. And today we're going to be talking about AI and a potential ban in Italy, I believe. And then just a pause in general.
Yeah, it's getting pretty weird for sure around AI. And we're just getting started. It's like this boom just happened just a few months ago. So it's going to get fun.
Stay tuned.
Hey guys, welcome into the Work Wherever podcast. I'm your host, Roy Edwards. I got Sydney here.
Hi guys.
That's how you know it's going to be a good episode. This is the podcast where we talk about AI, artificial intelligence, automation, I always say AI, artificial intelligence. I gotta
automation.
AI, automation, because AI and artificial intelligence are the same thing. So AI, automation, the ability to work wherever.
So live every day like it's Saturday.
So you can live every day like it's Saturday.
And sometimes homeschooling.
Which that gets into living every day like it's Saturday. Because if you guys listen to our episodes, so if you're new here, welcome. I know that we got a ton of new listeners. Our podcast has exploded. We're up like 400% from a couple months ago.
Yeah.
From December to now, we're up like 400%, which is just crazy. The amount of eyeballs, ears that we've got. It is. It's the tinfoil. Is that what it is? I don't know. But honestly, we have 4 different flavors. What was that?
Those would probably do way better if you let us just go.
If you just let us go political. Hey, got to give the people what they want, So we have 4 different flavors. The first one is the Roy's Rants. Those are the tinfoil episodes that Sydney really likes. Then we have the Cruise the Internet hotspots.
Yep.
The hotspots. It's just today. It's a trending news episodes. Sydney is here for those. Then we have our traditional long form interviews where we bring on somebody. We don't do too many of those, probably like once a month we have those types of episodes. And then we do homegrown. And homegrown is me and Haley, my wife, talking about how the live every day like it's Saturday, remote work wherever bleeds into homeschooling and living your life on the road and traveling and stuff like that. It's more of like we definitely talk about education, but it's also about the lifestyle. It's like a lifestyle podcast.
Those are sweet. They make me happy when I watch them back and edit, because you guys are so nice to each other.
Yeah, they make me happy too.
Aww.
This show in general makes me happy. So.
Good. I'm glad.
So what do we got today? Today is a hot internet hotspot with Sydney. So what do we got, Sid?
Yeah, so first thing, I guess, let's jump into ChatGPT, which we talk a lot about, has been temporarily banned in Italy due to privacy concerns and faces a federal FTC complaint in the U.S.
Yeah, so things are getting weird around AI really, really quickly. And I'm kind of on the fence about this. I think I need to do a lot more research when it comes into what people are saying about this, what it is they're actually trying to legislate, because quite frankly, I can see both sides.
Right.
And so I don't really know which way politically to lean on this. I know that technology-wise, we've beaten this to death. I feel like on this podcast, we're talking about APIs, the amount of information bringing in, and whoever controls the data controls the truth, and whoever controls the data controls the money.
Mm-hmm.
We've talked about that a lot. And so I can't tell if all of this legislation, because we do have the ban TikTok bill.
Right, the privacy ban as well. So I feel like they kind of go hand in hand.
Yeah, which we were going to do a full episode on that. You and I were going to dive into that bill, read it over, and I'm going to read it over, and you can be here with me while I do it.
I think we're on opposite ends of the spectrum there.
I
love TikTok.
Right. You're from that. We are, although we found out we're both millennials. I'm just like the older side of the millennial, and you're the younger, right? Aren't you a millennial?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm a millennial too.
Mm-hmm.
You looked at me like I wasn't a millennial, or that you weren't a millennial.
I am a millennial. Let's see.
I know that I'm a millennial. I am like middle of millennial. You might be the youngest of the youngest.
I was talking about it today, how my birthday's in July and I'll be 29, and that's terrifying to me.
Yeah, well, I'm coming up on the 40.
Mm.
I'm still a few years away. I'm really in my mid-30s. It's
just millennial is 81 to 96.
Yeah.
So I was 94.
And I'm 86.
There I go.
So I'm a millennial. Yeah. I'm right there in the middle. 81.
What's the next one? Gen Z.
Get out of here.
I don't want to be with them.
Gen Z is the other. Yeah. So anyways, so you're a millennial pretending to be a Gen Z on TikTok. So the TikTok generation they grew up with everything's on the internet. So I'm already used to getting cookies and I'm already used to getting targeted ads, and it just becomes part of my life. Like, why should I care? Right? I think that's where you generally lean.
Right, that's what I was saying. Like, there was like that one TikTok. The girl's like, well, I don't care. Like, target me. It makes it easier for me. Like, I get what I
want my white bathing suit. I Googled white bathing suit, and now your TikTok ads.
Now here's more, yeah.
Right, we were just having that conversation.
Yeah.
Right before we went on, I think your ads were like, what did you say it was? White dresses?
White dresses and like wedding invitations.
Because you're planning a wedding right now.
Right.
Right. And mine I told you mine were bathing suits.
For Roy?
It's all my wife. It's all for my wife. It's like bathing suits, high heel shoes, and hats, because we're going to the Derby.
That's fun. That's soon, right?
It is May 4th.
Oh,
which is like May 4th is no, it's May
Star
6th.
Wars Day.
May 6th. May 4th is my anniversary.
Oh.
Yeah, big Star Wars fan. No, has nothing to do with it. It's the Derby. But
that's sweet.
Anyways, the whole targeting thing is just normal,
right,
to us, right?
I will say, like, in like the last few years, though, like, it's really weird. Like, it's to the point where like you won't even look something up. Like, you'll mention it, or you're in that place, and they just, like, pop up.
There's so many apps that have come out in recent years that are aimed at protecting our privacy, like WhatsApp, GroupMe, Kazala. Kazala is the Microsoft version of that. Is a Tiger Text, I think, was one, where it's, like, encrypted text messages.
Yeah.
Which we've had encrypted email forever. And then Skype, Zoom wasn't really encrypted. Now they say that it is. But all this stuff that's going on with TikTok right now, it went on with Zoom in like 2018, 19.
Really?
Nobody talked about it because who cared about Zoom then?
Right.
The Zoom bang or explosion happened over COVID, but Zoom had been around for a long time prior to.
Yeah. And
the government refused to touch it. In fact, there was a TikTok ban for government contractors and federal employees back in 2018-19 as well.
Was it TikTok?
It was.
Musical.ly, or when did that happen?
Musical.ly became TikTok, yeah. Right. But it was TikTok in 2019. And so the whole reason around this privacy is, which goes back to all of the conversations that we've had on this show, not directly about TikTok, but about who controls the data. So if I give you all of my personal information down to, and I'm connecting my other applications with this application for ease of login, like Google, if you use Google or a Facebook login on other apps, you share all of that data from another app with.
Yeah, I feel like you can log into any app with Facebook.
Right.
Connect to your
That's
Facebook.
On purpose, because not only does Facebook want the information that you give it, but it wants
even like games and stuff too.
It wants everything.
I love Property Brothers.
Right. It wants to connect all of your data through to feed back into Facebook servers. So if you logged into TikTok with a Google or a Facebook account, Google and Facebook have access to your TikTok. At the same time, TikTok potentially could have access to your Google and your Gmail, and therefore your targeted ads are going to be better, or more targeted, have better analytics behind them.
That's why you say don't use your Gmail for
everything,
work things.
Right. So it becomes very dangerous. Now, for some of the younger people out there that are listening, they're like, why do I care? What, my Hulu ads are going to be better?
Right.
Right. You care because all of your personal information now is being housed on Chinese servers. That's why you care. And so, has our United States government already been tracking, and big corporations already been tracking? Yeah, sure. That's nothing new. But foreign adversaries and foreign intelligence haven't. So now you're giving foreign intelligence a look into everyday American lives. What are our trends?
Right. And the funny thing is, it's banned in China. I don't know if it's banned in China, but
it's
it's like app. It's a different version. Right. Like you can't get to.
So why do you think that is?
Well,
why do you think it is?
Communist over there.
Okay, but the have you seen the Chinese version of TikTok?
No, you really can't get on it.
The Chinese version of TikTok is very like educational.
Okay, interesting.
They show videos of like people playing the piano, like educational rockets.
Oh, they're probably like up in the sky in their little balloons scanning over, being like, "What in the hell are these people doing?"
And then in America, they're feeding us
trash,
so that they use it, so that they
TikTok is great about like targeting you too, though. They've got that algorithm like down.
So it's not necessarily, do I care that somebody has access? Because everybody has access,
right?
Domestically. But that's why other applications, your servers are in that country.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's, do you want everybody in the world, terrorist groups included, to have your information and your trends? And now let's take it a step further. Here in DC, Sid, if we were to go a tour of the Pentagon, we're meeting with the client, we go into the Pentagon, you have your phone with you. Geolocation shows that you are going into the Pentagon. It's tracking your phone. China and Russia see that you're about to walk into the Pentagon because we can we can build automation and AI to say anyone who walks into the Pentagon, I want to know who they are, when their birthday is, who they're related to, what's their search history, what are they interested in, okay? And then when they walk in, I can turn on their microphone so I can feed it through TikTok so I can spy, literally record the conversations that are happening within the Pentagon.
Right.
So if you are friends with somebody who works in the Pentagon, I know that. And now I'm looking at your targeted ads and your friend's targeted ads who happens to work at the Pentagon, and I can say, I know how to bribe this person, affect them, or potentially blackmail them to obtain information about the United States government. That's the real security concern here.
Sure.
Is how do we protect our intelligence? The government does not care that you want a white dress and that you're about to get married. Nobody cares about that. Nobody cares about showing your Hulu. The corporations do because of money. And, so congressmen in the Senate and stuff like that might care to protect that so that their donors can still get money from you, the consumer. But these bills and these political side, like Italy, they're doing it to just say, hold on a second, let's get more information about what's really happening here. Like, what are you really collecting? Because are you really just collecting my search history? Are you really just collecting what these members' names are? Or are you controlling our cameras and our microphones? And are you housing this personal identifiable information, PII, on Chinese servers? Because that's a big red flag.
Mm-hmm.
So I am less trusting of TikTok than you are. It's because where the data is.
An older millennial.
I am an older millennial.
I'm just kidding.
But that's why. That's why, and that's what we got to be aware of.
It totally makes sense. And if you were a government employee...
We are.
Well, a lot of them aren't. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not, doing that.
Yeah, but you are directly connected to the federal government.
True.
Through your employer. Through who you are. Where you visit. So, right now, you're at a location that terrorists could track where you're at right now. See where you're spending time. Hear your microphone, what you're saying right now to build targeted ads,
Don't
right?
Target.
And I'll say quotation marks, build targeted ads. That's why we're collecting this information and where she is. But they could say, oh, she's with Roy. We know that Roy has a clearance. Now we see the connection and we can, in a sense, spy on somebody with a clearance.
Mm-hmm.
That's the issue.
Yeah.
And, they had the TikTok, who was it, the owner or president or
I didn't catch most of that trial.
Did you see? But you heard of it, right?
Yeah.
And he basically came out and he was like, "No, we're not doing that." Bullshit. You know?
That was like the one with like Twitter too.
Yeah. They're all doing it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And it's not whether or not everyone's doing it. Nobody cares that everyone's doing it. It's who has the data.
Yeah.
Which has been our topic of the month, it seems like.
Last couple months.
Because the APIs. That's where we've been talking about it before. Whereas, what are you doing with that data? Are you selling it? And who are you selling it to?
Right.
A lot of people are like, oh, well, if you're going to sell it to solicitors to call me, it's like, yeah, but that's not who they're selling it to. They're not selling it to MLB so they can call you so they can try and sell you season tickets, or they're not selling it to, some Indian call center to try to get you to buy some scam or something like that. They're selling it to terrorist organizations so they can go through the data, consolidate it as to who lives near military bases and who has connections to secure locations so they can spy on the government. That's why. But people don't see that. They're like, oh, well, my Hulu ads are going to be so good. We're giving Hulu a lot of pub here. Our YouTube ads, when I just want to go to Capital Presence's YouTube to learn about Online Academy, and now I'm getting Chinese propaganda,
Right.
It's fine. I'm just going to make fun of you about this.
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. It's
fine. You know what? It's most frustrating because I'll like be on TikTok and then I'll see something. I'm like, I want to send this to Roy. I'm like, shoot.
I don't go
can't.
to TikTok.
We had to send you a screen recording of our TikTok that we made for our Capital Presence the other day because we couldn't send it to you.
That's good. I mean, it was
good.
Which it was a great TikTok, by the way. And for all of you who are asking,
she is not a millennial. She's a Gen Z.
She's a Gen Z. Yeah.
She gets it.
Shout out Des. So for all of you who are asking, you're like, well, Capital Presence has a TikTok. You guys must not really care about. It's not me. That is not connected to me. I have no connection to that at all. I have a couple employees who said they wanted to do a TikTok because they spent a lot of time there. And I said,
even though you see Roy's face, it's because it's screen recorded off of the computer.
It is zero connection. I'm not even sending them the videos to post to TikTok.
And then you make it really hard.
Yeah. I don't want anything to do with it. I don't want anything to do with TikTok. Or Zoom, for that matter.
You know what the new ones are getting? Like they've gotten like 800, 900 views.
All right, that's not bad.
They're not bad at all.
That's not bad. What is that, at Capital Presence on TikTok?
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, go check it out, guys. Or don't. Actually, don't. Get the hell off TikTok. But if you're on TikTok and you don't care about Chinese adversaries and terrorist groups, go check out our TikTok. Maybe it'll be funny. Maybe that 4 seconds will be worth the intrusion into your personal identifiable information. 3 minutes?
Yeah, you can make them long on TikTok.
Well, we take all of our TikToks and Instagram reels and post them to YouTube as shorts.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to see all this information,
if you want to see the same things on every single platform,
YouTube.
You can go on YouTube or Instagram.
YouTube's our like best place, right? Is that where we consolidate everything?
Yeah.
Which this podcast, you might be listening to it on YouTube. Go to we're at Capital Presence on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And if you like this podcast and you want to learn about what we're talking about in terms of AI and how to build with some of this stuff, we have Online Academy. What is it? Online365.academy.
Yep.
You can go to that and learn about it.
If you want to more in-depth.
Well, because we break a lot of this AI stuff down. So what is Italy saying about this?
Well, so
what are they
mostly just the privacy aspect, but then it does say in the US, OpenAI might have a bigger problem. The Center for AI and Digital Policy, which I didn't know was a thing, filed a complaint with the FTC about ChatGPT.
Yeah. Why?
They cited the FTC's declaration that the use of AI should be transparent, explainable, fair, and empirically sound while fostering accountability. Transparency is clearly an issue for OpenAI since the model used for ChatGPT is proprietary.
Yeah.
Many others are open source. So
we talked a little bit about that on a couple episodes ago. Tractor Wars, if you guys want to check that one out. What episode number was that? Do we number our episodes?
We do.
It's like, I don't know, it's called Tractor Wars, I think, right? Was that the one where we talked about
recently?
Yeah. John Deere got in trouble.
39 maybe.
39.
Or 37, something like that.
One of the late 30s, where we talked about John Deere getting in trouble for not providing open source their code so that people could have access to it. ChatGPT is built on open source, which is OpenAI, which is a Microsoft product. Anybody can use it, so that's why they're not getting in trouble with that portion of it. With this, is it
and it does go on to say the complaint also highlighted OpenAI's admission of a bias risk in the GPT-4 system card. It's concerned about harmful, stereotypical, and demeaning associations for certain marginalized groups.
Exactly.
Which I think we touched on a couple
we
weeks ago.
We did a whole podcast on that.
How it kind of has this mind of its own.
It does. And so the way that they did this, which we talked about it on that episode. I don't know what that episode number is either. It's probably like 35 or 36 or something like that. And we talked about on that episode where we talked about the way that they trained the AI was through people talking to people. Mm-hmm. Not through hard data, but people marking something as an acceptable response, which does lend to a bias. And then we said on that episode, and I said it again today, whoever controls that training aspect, whoever controls the API data being fed into the AI, whoever controls the analytics, the analysis, the statistics, controls the truth. Because if you ask a bot something, you expect, at least it'll be programmed into your brain for these next couple of generations, because the same way when we Google something on the internet and we look for an answer, or if you ask Alexa or Cortana or something like that, like my kids, if they ask Alexa something and she answers, they take that as truth.
Right.
I'm like, guys, that's just because it said that, that's not what we're even talking about, you know? Like we'll be like, what's the weather? You know? And I'm like, guys, it's, 62 degrees outside.
Yeah, our Alexa's broken right now, and I ask it every morning, and I haven't been able to, and it's really bothering me. It. I can't check before I go outside.
Because Alexa devices are another one that, are they constantly recording you? Are they constantly listening?
Yes.
There's a lot of security issues around.
Obviously, they're constantly listening, because the way it works is if you say, "Hey Alexa,"
right? It's a wake word,
or it'll pick up things, that
it'll record
you're like,
you.
What?
And then how long does it keep those recordings? You're not supposed to have Alexa devices in federal buildings either.
There's a movie, I forget what it's called. I want to say it's called like Kimmy or something like that. Mm-hmm. And it's about them, like the lady, her job is like working for this company that like monitors what goes on. And then like she thinks she like catches a murder in them. Oh, I don't know what it's on.
That's real though. That's how it works.
Yeah.
It's a pretty scary. We're constantly being monitored. And it all comes down to who's doing the monitoring. And if you care that a foreign adversary is potentially monitoring, which you should, then you need to be careful with the products that you consume.
It's HBO Max. Kimmy. K-I-M-I.
Kimmy? K-I-M-I?
Yeah.
Is that the name of the AI or something?
Yes. Like in the movie.
Yeah.
That's what the name of it is.
Okay. Interesting. I'll have to check it out.
A tech worker discovers evidence of a violent crime while reviewing a data system and is met with resistance and bureaucracy when she tries to report it to her company.
Because of like privacy issues? Because
I think it kind of has something to do with them.
Oh.
I can't really remember, but it was good.
Okay. I'll have to check that one out.
Also, this is a segue, but I started watching, have you ever seen Severance?
No.
On Apple Plus?
No. I just got Apple Plus.
Us too, so I could watch this.
Ted Lasso is what I've been watching.
I watched Shrinking.
So good.
So good.
So good.
I do really like that one. So good. I like Jason Segel.
He's hilarious.
And Blackbird.
I don't know that one.
It's great.
I've only been watching Shrinking, Ted Lasso, and The Morning Show because I'll watch anything with Jennifer Aniston.
Blackbird is great. But Severance, the whole premise is that these people go in, they work for this company, and they like separate in their brain work life and personal life.
Huh.
So they go down this elevator, and as soon as they like get to work, like, they don't remember anything about their outside life.
Whoa.
And as soon as they go back up the elevator, they don't remember anything about their work life. But they know that they're severed. So, like, they don't know if they have families. Like, they don't know any of their background. All they know is, like, work when they're at work and their life when it's their life. But they know they work at this company and they know they've had this procedure, but they don't know anything else about it.
God, could you imagine working for a company?
Imagine that for work-life balance?
No way. And it would.
That's what it made me think of.
If we do get to that point, people will be lining up for that. Could you? Because it's
really messed up, and it makes me feel weird when I watch it. It has like a strange vibe, but it's interesting. I would watch it.
There are so many movies and TV shows and stuff like that out there that are around like technology and invasion of privacy, which is all what we're talking about
like
here.
Black Mirror that I tell you to watch
Black
all the time.
Mirror is another one.
To watch it.
These are all things that are hypotheticals. They're fake, but the technology surrounding them is not too far off than what we're dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've been watching the Avengers with my son. He's watching all the way through not just Avengers. He's on Guardian of the Galaxy right now.
There's far too many, and they don't interest me enough.
He's been watching the timeline. Yeah, there's a lot of them. He's watching the timeline. So he started with like Captain America,
sure.
And he's at Guardian of the Galaxy right now. And some of the technology in all of them, where they're like seeing where people are and tracking phones and cars, and it's all here.
Yeah.
You know, and that movie was like 5, 6, 7 years ago, sometimes 10 years ago with some of the Iron Man movies. And it's like people watch these.
I like the Iron Man one.
The Iron Man are good. Well, people watch these and they're like, that won't happen. No. That tech's already here. The people didn't invent that tech.
Right.
The movies didn't invent it. They heard about it. It might be a little bit more advanced than what we're seeing right now, but it will be there. The next iteration, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll keep an eye on this article.
Yep.
What Italy does. What's the other one? FTC?
So... Is
that what you said? The United States? FTC was keeping an eye on it?
Yes, as well. So the other one is just about AI in general. So these big leaders, tech leaders, including like Elon Musk,
Mm-hmm.
AI experts sign open letter for immediate pause of AI.
Yeah.
More powerful than ChatGPT 4.
Yeah. Which they've been talking about ChatGPT 5 already.
Okay.
And rolling things out. And I think that's what we're trying to slow down. Is this
getting even crazier?
Extreme development of ChatGPT. Because we went from ChatGPT to ChatGPT 4 ChatGPT was released in November. So it's been like 5 months, 6 months. And we're on ChatGPT 4, which is already these evolved multiple APIs, can crawl the internet.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're talking about ChatGPT 5, which there's been a couple different countries who are talking about, and businesses who are talking about humanizing this AI into robots that can like respond to the finger. Do you see that?
You wouldn't like that. No. So it includes like Musk, Steve Wozniak, so the guy who made
Apple.
No.
Yeah. Wozniak is Apple.
Did he make Microsoft? That was Bill Gates.
Bill Gates, but there are two people in Microsoft. I think Wozniak was the second half of Apple.
You could be right. Yes, you are. I know this because he's like number one at Apple.
The other founder
like you put your code in and he's number one.
Yeah, the other founder of Microsoft passed away, I believe, like recently, a couple of years ago.
Steve Jobs?
Huh? No, that's Apple. Microsoft.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Jobs is dead.
Well,
yeah.
Yes, he also died.
Yeah, but the other guy who founded with Bill Gates Microsoft, he owned the Seattle Seahawks. And he passed away, I want to say, like 2 years ago. I forget what his name was.
I have no clue.
Anyways, go ahead. Wozniak.
And he was a joint...
Musk,
Wozniak, Al-Ahmad Mostak.
Huh.
CEO of Stability.
I don't know that.
I don't know either. But a bunch of tech people. A joint letter signed by over 1,000 influential people calling for the blocking of all artificial intelligence more powerful than ChatGPT 4.
Good. We're not ready for it.
They claim to have demanded immediate suspension in developing AI systems more potent than ChatGPT 4 with a minimum 6-month moratorium, a temporary ban.
Great. I think this is a great idea. And then I sent you an article that said that Bill Gates was like, it's not going to matter. Which Bill Gates is saying that because he just invested billions of dollars into
He has
OpenAI.
rejected his plan. Yeah.
What does it say about Bill Gates?
He rejected his plan. Hold, please.
He said that he said something like it's not
I don't think
matter.
asking one particular group to pause solves the challenges.
Yeah.
Clearly,
like it's not going to do anything.
Right.
It will do something.
He said we need to identify the tricky areas.
Yeah, no shit, buddy. We do that by pausing all development.
Right. Don't let it get out of control before you start to figure out what's happening.
Which I'm a big fan of Microsoft and everything they do. I'm not necessarily a big fan of Bill Gates, but I am a big fan of Microsoft in general. The technologies they have, we do a ton with their low-code, no-code Power Platform. I think that they are one of the best, if not the best platform right now for AI to build.
We love Microsoft.
And do it at low-code, no-code. And we do a ton of it. And with bots, building bots, we build business applications, we build CRMs, ERPs, workflow automation, business processes. We do all that. And Microsoft has been leading the way with that. And they've been crushing it.
So this letter, I'm just reading more, has 1,125 signatures since it was published on The Future of Life, which is a nonprofit organization that works to reduce global catastrophic and existential risks facing humanity, particularly existential risks from advanced AI.
Yeah. Everything we've been talking about on this podcast.
Right. I didn't know that was a thing. That's
I didn't know about it either. But
Future of Life. FLI.
And you have to think, and I don't want to go down like a tinfoil hat with Bill Gates because there are plenty of conspiracy theories around Bill Gates. Why is Bill buying up so much farmland?
Why is he going on?
Why is he doing all this vaccine
plane rides to
stuff?
islands?
He's been on planes to islands. His wife didn't like that he was on planes going to islands and divorced him. So I'm going to stay out of that for this podcast. And I'm going to focus solely on the technology aspect of this. To me, Bill doesn't want to get involved here because his company that he owns and is his primary blood source is doing...
It's doing the most.
It's doing the most. Okay?
Right.
Just invest billions of dollars and basically laid off people in other aspects of his business so he could grow this. And he's saying, I don't want to do that. I don't want to listen to you guys because I'm the big dog.
It makes sense.
Makes sense. I lean with Elon here.
But so is Elon.
Elon's heavily involved in AI.
Right, which
is tons.
Scary. If it's scaring them, it's just
scary. And Apple too. Siri is one of the first things to come out in terms of the speaking. Siri was pre-Alexa, different type of technology we're talking about there. But you would think that Siri's next rational move would be into artificial intelligence, and Woz says that he wants to put a pause on it. Musk has been talking about this for years. He went on the Rogan podcast and was talking about the dangers of artificial intelligence. It's a really good episode.
Right. I think he said or maybe it was a different podcast, but the biggest threat to us is ourselves.
It's us. We are
World
the big.
War IV.
We are it.
3.
3.
Yes.
3 and 4. Sure. Hey, we're already in 3.
Basically.
Why not? Let's just talk about 4. 4 will be with robots for sure. 3 is going to be with ourselves. Whether the robots are involved in it or not, I don't know.
I'm glad I caught that.
But
I would have sounded really dumb.
No, we're all here for you, Sid. We're all here for you.
Well.
But I lean with Musk when it comes to artificial intelligence because do I think he's some great guy? I don't know. I know nothing about Elon Musk other than what I see and what his trends are. And to me, it's not in his best interest to reduce artificial intelligence. He has self-driving cars, for God's sakes. Why would he want to reduce artificial intelligence unless it was for the good of humanity?
It says we're in AI summer right now.
So
let's enjoy what we can and not rush.
I totally agree.
Not a hot girl summer, an AI summer.
It is AI summer. Hot girl summer was past. That was pre-COVID.
No, it's almost hot girl summer.
Is it almost hot girl summer?
Well, every summer.
Every summer's hot girl summer?
I would think.
AI summer, Sydney. Okay. I don't know about hot girl summer because I don't know. I've never celebrated.
You're an old millennial.
I've never celebrated hot girl summer. But we'll see what happens with all this. I think we should pause. I've done multiple podcasts on this where I talked about how this was going to be bad because every startup with an API and every startup around this artificial intelligence was going to try and push and develop, and most of the AI bots were going to suck anyways and be poorly developed, and the data would be all over the place. So for all of those reasons that I've recorded the last, 4, 5, 6 podcasts on, that's why I think we need to slow the hell down. We don't even know what we're building with. Let's understand the repercussions here.
Slow down.
Slow down.
Slow is smooth.
Slow is smooth and smooth is fast.
There you go.
Yeah, that's an episode too. So let's be methodical with this approach. There's no reason to push innovation for something we just innovated. We just released ChatGPT 4, and it finally worked. Mm-hmm. We've been trying to release bots for artificial intelligence for 7-8 years to get it to a point where it could finally work. Nobody's worked, and now we got one to work, and we're like, everybody do it. No, slow the hell down, and we'll see why it works, and let's let it pass some regulation of government before we try to build rapidly on it. Right. So this isn't the last time we talk about it, for sure. I know that. No. Anything else we got on the docket for today?
Not for today, I don't think.
Cool.
I think we covered all our bases.
Well, thanks, guys. Let us know what you think. Hit us in the comments. Go to our YouTube. Hit us in the comments on what is that you think that's going to happen with AI. Do you agree with the regulations? Do you not agree with the regulations? Do you agree with this TikTok ban stuff, which we're going to get more into? Are you on Team Sydney with that, or are you on Team Roy? Hit us in the comments.
They're always fun to read. I feel like some people get really up in arms about
our comments.
Yeah.
Some people are.
They make me laugh.
Some of them are funny. Some of them are like the comment. One of the comments I read today was like, "Your intro's too long." I'm like, I'm sorry. What am I supposed? Thank you for the feedback.
Oh, we made it really short.
I know. He's still not happy with me, Sydney. He says, that's what he said. Stop talking. Get straight into it. I'm sorry. What are we supposed to do?
There was one, I think it was just I don't care.
That was one of the comments. I don't care about
I don't care. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it.
Now, if you don't care.
But hit us in the comments whether you care or you don't. Are you Team Sydney or are you Team Roy on some of this TikTok stuff? Let us know if you have anything you want us to talk about. Hit in the comments is there as well. Like and subscribe. We're at our YouTube channel. Like and subscribe if you're on our podcast or Spotify or any of these other platforms as well, because it helps us. It helps us grow. We're close to 1,000 downloads a month now, which is pretty crazy. But we're getting there.
Yeah, if you want to see more too, you can always go to goworkwherever.com. We have all of our podcasts there as well.
We got a quiz,
cloud quiz. If you want to see where your organization is, if you like the idea of Go Work Wherever, I've got my little shirt on. I don't know if you can read it there.
Yeah.
There you go. Go Work Wherever.
We should sell those shirts on the website.
It's like a lifestyle.
Yeah, why not sell those shirts on the website?
Well, let us know if you'd like to.
We have the design, don't we?
Buy one. I think you made this one.
Yeah.
But we can make cute ones.
We can. We'll throw some up on the website, see if we get any orders.
It's a lifestyle.
Yeah, why not? It's a lifestyle.
We'll figure it out once we get an order.
We will. If you guys want one, we'll put them up there. I don't know.
They're fun to wear. People ask questions, right?
They do.
Oh, what do you do?
Well, listen to the podcast.
I work wherever.
We'll figure that out.
I'll tell you how.
Well, thanks for hanging out, guys. You got anything else?
No.
Until next time.
It.
See
ya.
Hey there. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications for all the latest videos from Capital Presence.